Hello, Avila Advantage students. This is our final week. Just want to say that I have enjoyed working with you all these past 8 weeks. Got to see a lot of interesting things happen in our macroeconomy. And, this past week with Janet Yellen making her first speech. So, market kind of took it a little bit on the negative side, but it's always a little rough for the first time that the new Federal Reserve president speaks to the public, and she'll probably, over time, kind of probably tweak, how she speaks to the public too. But anyway, for the final week, we do have the final exam that should be out there Monday morning. You also have your final creative writing assignment, and we'll have one last forum discussion and finish up with the MyEcon lab. So, and again, we will wrap up on the Sunday. So look at the time; it will be March 30th when we need to get that all done. So, do send me an email if you have any questions. But this week, I'd start kind of with the concept of the production possibility curve. You have the new textbook that's in Chapter 2. And then you'll get into Chapter 32 that deals with the concepts of absolute and comparative advantage in the trade. And almost all economists are in favor of free trade. It doesn't mean that certain parties don't get hurt. It's just that in the net effect overall, it allows us to enjoy more goods and services as opposed to having a closed economy. A closed economy would be that we only produce what we can within our own borders, we don't trade with any other nations, and we just consume kind of what's in our own production possibility curve. But the concepts of this chapter address the idea of like absolute advantage. Say that I'm a nation, I can produce more widgets, or we'll use guns and butter. I can produce more guns and more butter than some other nation, I can do it better. But when it comes to trade, I cannot have a comparative advantage in both of those goods. There's going to be one particular good that I have to maybe sacrifice a whole bunch more for if I want to switch to this production of that good and compare that to another country. They may have a lower opportunity cost. Say maybe Japan has a lower opportunity cost producing small motor engines. We have a lower opportunity cost producing wheat. We sacrifice a lot of our land for producing small engines. We may not get the best trade-off. So it's saying those that have the comparative advantage, say if Japan has a comparative advantage in lawnmowers, we have a comparative advantage in wheat. We'll produce the wheat, they'll produce the lawnmowers, and we'll trade with each other. And we'll make each other better off. So that's the concept. And then in the text, they talk about arguments maybe against trade. It might be something about protecting jobs. It could be the defense argument, national defense, don't want to let out secrets. It could be the argument against dumping. It could be the argument in terms of infant industries trying to get off the ground. But most economists will say, these arguments just are not grounded well. That you may help benefit certain parties when you engage in these practices, and you could even practice import quotas, which means I restrict how much is put into the country, or tariffs, taxes put onto goods brought into the country. But the reality is that we would be much better off probably without these things. So, well, anyway. I'll keep it short this week, but do get online, get in Canvas if you do have any questions, and I look forward to talking to you online. But I just want to say I've enjoyed working with you all this past semester, and the grades should be posted shortly, after our last day of class. So take care. See you soon.